Alright guys, I've been waiting for this day for a long time. Now inside of this box I have all the remaining pieces to assembling my 2011 Gasket SCC300. So you can see I've done quite a lot of work already. I have cleaned up the engine, changed the hose, I swapped the radiators, put radiator guards, put silicone hoses, big ass hoses so they won't, chip down with vibrations. Fixed the kickstand problem, removed one of the springs and gonna trim down the other one, and finished up the airbox. Now inside of that thing I will have a new airbox, so I have to swap in the new airbox because this thing is pretty beat up. You can see where the kickstand hits, it's all scuffed up and it's got a big gaping hole in the bindle there. Somebody drilled that. But with the exception of that, I got the sprocket bolts in. I was waiting for those sprocket bolts like crazy because I missed those and I finally had them, so the wheel is on. And I got the chain guard and chain adjuster. Now I put this piece of paper to remind myself that I'm still missing oil inside of this thing, so I won't just kick it and start it without oil inside. But for the rest, this bike should be ready in a couple of weekends. So let's see what's inside of this box. Let me grab a cutter. That's a lot of wrapping for an exhaust, but holy cow, I can see it. As I mentioned, here's the airbox, the new airbox. I felt like I needed a new one because that one is all scuffed, it's damaged here. I'll be swapping in the ECU box, and this will be the rear. Now this is the rear brake line. I was waiting for this to actually finish up the rear. Part of the exhaust, the silencer. Man, these things look good. I can already kind of peek inside of it. Would you look at that? Oh boy. Yeah, that's really nice. That's really well made, I have to say. We'll see how this thing looks in a while. Here she is. She looks nice. Bet she'll look even better when put on the bike. But very nice exhaust. Now, here's the front of the airbox. This is the aluminium lever for the Magura pump for the new clutch. Looks good. In fact, let me assemble it. Yeah, I'd say they look very good, and paired up with the brakes, I think they will look rad on the bike. Very nice. Approved.
A quick recap of today. I have been doing some rad stuff. First of all, I put the exhaust in. It's a very low light shooting, so it's probably not going to see it. Put nice flanged stainless steel bolts. Finally did the radiator connections. So there is a tube that runs between the two radiators that links them, so the air from one can flow into the other and can escape from the cap. I have changed the airbox, so now the entire airbox is brand new plastic, and look at this, the kickstand won't come in contact with it anymore. Nice. Still the most lethal kickstand I've ever seen, but at least it won't destroy my new airbox. Still missing a few bolts. I'll have to go and buy them on Monday. The exhaust fits very nice. I didn't put it on because I'm still missing these 2 bolts, and I want to buy proper bolts that go with my washer kit that I bought online. So I want to put these nice washers to actually, you know, make the thing look good. And I need bolts that have this sort of head, like a cone shaped head, but a bit longer. So I have to buy those, and I can't just put random aluminium bolts because it would just snap right off, right? So I've done the brakes. They feel really good, right? This thing really pumps some horsepower even through the brakes. And I've connected the hydro stop, so there's a switch on the top of the brakes, so it will light my brake lights. And I finished up the radiators, so now the radiators are all done. I swapped in the new gasket on the pump. So this bike is almost new. The engine is probably good. I'm done with the engine. As soon as I have those bolts, I'll put the oil in. That's what this is. It must remind me to put oil before kicking it. But I'll put these 2 bolts in. I'll shove the exhaust in, pour some Motorex M3.0 inside, and top it off, you know, ready to be kicked and started. Now the thing I want to see, if once I've started it, will I have 12 volts here? And if I bring that gray wire to ground, will it stop? Plus, do I need to wire up the voltage regulator? So there's still a few things that I want to discover. Now I have found a solution to actually kind of do a fast number plate swap. So when you're going through the woods, you don't want to lose your number plate. I won't show you mine, but it's very easy. I welded these 2 bolts, and now with butterfly nuts you can screw it onto the tail, and it will just stay there until you crack these nuts and you take the plate off and you put it in your backpack. So nice mod there. So we'll still making some progress. I'll go have a shower now, and it's probably dinner time. It's dark outside, so we'll see.